The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chest burster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Good luck getting any sleep tonight.
Is this? I'm traumatized now.
It's finally time. After a super successful petition, the Lucy plushie is real and she's ready for you to adopt. Starting December 5th for 21 days only, you can get your very own Lucy plushie over on Makeshift. She is soft, she's chaotic, she's adorable, and she's only available for a limited time. Once the campaign ends, she's gone forever. So don't miss your chance. Head to makeshift.com to grab yours and bring Lucy home. Hi YouTube, welcome back in hell. My name is Cypress and today we'll be looking at some more Parz shorts. But first, I would like to let y'all know that I do have a gaming channel, so if you're interested in seeing gameplay, please go and check out Cypress Play.
Spiders are scary, but hey, at least they can't get you in the water, right?
That's what you think?
Yeah, that nightmare is a fishing spider.
Oh,
Native to the land down under
gosh.
because of course it
Of course, dear God, please no more spiders.
is. You may be wondering why the fuck this thing is pulling a Jesus. Well, you see, fishing spiders have no webs,
Well, they have no
which means
webs?
they can't just wait for a fly to clothesline itself when they're hungry. No, when they want to feed, they gotta hop in the ute, drive down to the waterfront, and get ready to do some serious fishing. Now, last I checked, spiders can't just go down to BCF and buy a fishing rod.
Oh, why can't
These
they?
little guys need to get hands-on. Or, should I say feet? Because they start their hunt by resting their forelegs on the water's surface. These legs are covered in incredibly sensitive hairs, which detect tiny little ripples and vibrations from the water.
Okay.
Basically giving them their prey's fucking IP address. Not only finding their location, but also doxing what fucking species it is. Uncooked fish.
Wait, that's crazy. He knows what species it is just by the fucking water vibrations?
All that's left to do is, you know, go out and grab him. But, how? Well, no, he's not wearing 4 pairs of Frostwalker boots. Those long legs are also coated in hydrophobic hair. This allows them to put their weight on the water without breaking the surface tension. This means that when they see their prey, they can simply Jesus towards it at Mach 5 and fucking grab it.
That's crazy.
Biting it with venomous fangs that inject, you guessed it,
Say the line, Bart.
Poison?
neurotoxin.
Oh, neurotoxin. Oh, yes, I knew it.
They drag it back to the shore and have a feed. Ah, wait, this one's too small. We gotta throw him back.
Be free!
Keep texting my Australian friend this and it all seems normal to her, whereas I am shitting myself with arachnophobia. Nobody, literally nobody. Australia, it's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin. As soon as he said your guess, I was like, neurotoxin? Damn, I guess I'm the only one that didn't think about that word.
This bird is a vampire. Introducing the vampire ground finch, native to the Galapagos Islands, and a great example of the horrifying affronts to the universe that evolution can produce when it decides to do a little trolling. Now, you see, at first glance, this is the most boring vampire you can possibly imagine. Coming in at a measly 12 centimeters and a mere 20 grams in weight.
I mean, cuteness mixed with the blood on his beak does give me kind of an unsettling feeling.
That's kind of small.
Rocking a feather pattern I can best describe as a Minecraft dirt block, and as it turns out, the bastards that wrote Twilight lied to me because
Why?
it doesn't even fucking sparkle.
The fucking liar! My whole life is a lie now!
Missing fangs, angst, a cape, and the funny accent.
You must bounce on it.
Is everything a lie?
How does it qualify as a vampire?
Yeah, how?
Simple. Drinks a shitload of blood. You see, most birds eat seeds and insects, and while the vampire finch can eat those too, there is a problem. They live on an island, and that island is very small. In fact, they're only found on 2 of the Galapagos Islands, and small islands means a far smaller amount of that food to go around. To the point where these finches can't rely on it as their sole source. Which for a bird usually isn't a problem, because, you know, they don't need a plane ticket to just f*** off and fly somewhere.
True.
However,
true,
as the
yes.
name suggests, the vampire ground
It doesn't fly?
can't fly for
Oh,
So,
damn.
how do they get
that
their
sucks.
food? They suck it out
When
of
you're a fucking birdie, you can't fly. I mean, I know there are a lot of them, and I cry for them.
someone that can. This, don't laugh, is the Nazca booby.
The what?
Stop giggling back there. Another species of bird native to the islands. They are very strong flyers that feed on fish. They also nest on the islands, which is where our feathery Nosferatu comes to play. You see, when the boobies... Stop giggling. Come to roost, the vampire finch will sneak over and hop onto their back. Then, using
Did he
their
drink the blood?
razor-sharp beak, they will poke a very small, borderline painless hole into one of the bird's flight feathers. Once the blood flowing freely, the vampire finch gorge themselves on it. See, as it turns out, blood is macro-friendly. And considering these things are living creatures, they just make more blood. In essence, giving the vampire finch an infinite food source.
I mean,
In
that's
fact,
very
they can
smart.
get so much
but it
blood from
disturbs
these
me.
birds.
I mean,
It is
I'm a blood demon. This doesn't disturb me at all.
not uncommon to see multiple finches
Crazy.
sucking from the same booby.
I generally have to do 5-6 to get a usable. Okay. 75% of the video, interesting blood-sucking bird facts. 25% of the video, immature giggling. Dracula the chirping. So why are they called vampires? They suck boobies. Wait, does it make me a vampire? What? This bird is a vampire. Impossible. It's living in the sun.
This spider can remove your limbs. But how?
thank you.
Introducing the brown recluse, native to the United States of America, and a prime
America!
example of don't judge a book by its cover. Because despite only coming in at a huge 2 centimeters in length,
Oh, that's huge, man. I'm not even 2
and
centimeters.
rocking the spider equivalent of default character customization, this little is a level 500 rot build that gives Melania a run for her money. You see, a bite from a recluse starts in the most American way possible, with you accidentally stepping foot onto his private property, causing him to exercise his Second Amendment rights. But considering a spider can't really hold a gun, he's going to settle on biting your ass. Now, that initial bite's pretty painless. You smack him away, all's well. There is just one small problem.
Evil turn into Spider-Man?
Congratulations, you are now the
Guardians World is not what I wanted.
proud owner of necrotic venom coursing through
yeah.
your veins, which at
Hell
first
yeah.
does nothing. You walk back to your house, the bite starts to sting a little more. You feel sick. The wound swells.
Oh gosh.
Blood vessels around the bite burst, turning it a deep red. Over the next few days, that colour shifts from red to purple to black. As the venom literally destroys and kills the surrounding tissue in a process called necrosis.
That's crazy that a 2 centimeter thingy can do something as damaging as that.
This causes the skin to literally rot and fall off of your body. And if you don't
shit.
catch it in time, that rot's gonna spread. If you're lucky, it'll only make you violently ill and leave permanent scarring. If you're unlucky, it just keeps spreading and the venom starts to destroy your blood cells and shut your organs down. Now, there's kind of only one solution to that, but you weren't using that arm anyway, right?
So zombie apocalypse is just some people that survived this spider.
Fun fact, wolf spiders, a common indoor spider, can and will hunt these fuckers if given the opportunity. They don't actively hunt them, as they're opportunistic hunters, but if they're hungry and there's a brown recluse around, it'll go after the recluse. Thank God wolf spiders are pretty timid and enjoy living indoors.
Someone with an Australian accent shitting his pants over an American spider is a video I didn't think I'd see today.
This isn't a spider. It's a snake.
Huh? Oh!
Introducing the Iranian spider-tailed horned viper, as the
Wow.
name suggests, native to Iran, and
That is so
you are all probably
interesting.
wondering why the f*** this snake has decided to attach a cosplay of the average
I mean, probably to bait food.
Australian resident to his tail. The answer is food. Of
course it's
every known
food.
snake species is a predator. Some eat Bambi, others eat Remy, and the spider tail, not unlike myself, absolutely
I'm ready for all of this.
loves KFC. However, birds famously tend to fly, and last I checked, nope, ropes don't have wings. So, how does this viper get his zinger box? The answer is, again, food. You see, birds eat insects, and the spider tail knows this. So, rather than trying to chase his prey down, this lazy fucker has evolved the evolutionary equivalent of
that makes
DoorDash.
sense.
You see, when a viper feels like a meal, it'll start the hunt by finding a nice rocky outcrop to curl up on like a couch. And due to the camouflage on his scales, this snake becomes practically invisible. Once he's nice and cozy, he begins to slowly
Cute.
wiggle his tail back and forth in front of his face, perfectly mimicking the motion of an insect.
Right, he's so difficult to see when he's in an environment that works for his, his looks.
This is him placing his Uber Eats order. Meanwhile, up in the air, our undercooked chicken tender is flying around when, holy shit, a free meal! What a delectable bug just sitting there on that rock. And so, Tweety Birdie swoops down to grab himself an insect Happy Meal. And just as he's about to reach his meal...
Uh-oh. Now that I learned he can become invisible, I say that's a pretty solid snake. Say that again.
If you see this thing T-pose, run! Introducing the anteater, a goofy little creature native to Brazil, and to understand why the absolute stance on this bad boy is a threat to your health, you're going to have to understand a little about his lifestyle first. Now listen, I know this may come as a shock to you, but the anteater eats ants.
Wow.
Weighing in at
No
40
way.
kilos and 1.8 meters in length, he needs to consume upwards of 40,000 ants per day.
Holy
now,
shit.
in order to help him hit his bulking goals, the anteater has a mystery mouse tool
I mean, ants are really small and they come in really big groups, so...
stored inside that XL sniffer. A 60 centimeter
shit.
long tongue. Designed to snake its way down an ant colony's tunnel network, smash into their living room, and abduct the entire cast of Bug's life and convert them into a high-calorie meal. However, what that tongue do only goes so far, as an ant colony can extend up to 4 meters underground, and termites live in high-rises, which means our boy here is going to have to do a little excavation to get to the goods. But last I checked, an anteater can't go down to Bunnings and buy a shovel. So how does he dig? Oh, that's simple, with the combat knives he has for claws. Yeah, anteaters
That's
are
what I need to
permanently
look at.
cosplaying Freddy Krueger with a set of 4-inch claws,
Dang.
which, proving the effectiveness of a few inches, can crack through f***ing concrete. Now, these work great for digging, but they are also more than capable of flatlining you. When threatened, the anteater will rear up into a defensive T-pose. This is your sign, if you are smart, to turn around and f*** all the way off. If, however, you were, say, some dumbass trophy hunter who really felt the need to
actually
try and
happens?
stab an animal for no reason other than ego,
What?
the anteater will swipe at you with those claws,
Deserved.
which are at the perfect height to nail your inner thigh.
Deserved.
Slip through your flesh like butter and sever your femoral artery, causing you to bleed out in 2 minutes while the anteater watches you go meet your ancestors. Can you imagine having to
Your
explain to your ancestors who felled woolly mammoths you got your packed up by the most unserious creature on the planet hitting a T-pose?
That's embarrassing. Of course it's not Australia, there's no neurotoxin. T-posing game character, a funny joke to laugh at. T-posing anteater, a death sentence.
Most snails aren't scary, except for this one. This one's Australian.
Of course.
Introducing the cone snail, an aquatic mollusk native to the land down under. And as seems to be the requirement when sharing your postcode with a kangaroo, you guessed it, it can quite easily cause your neck snap to be in a coffin. And the way it can achieve it is this bad boy right here. You see, despite
That's an
most
interesting
snails having a
shell.
reputation for being slow goobers that get folded by a salt shaker, the cone snail is a highly effective ambush predator. And you may be wondering, how the fuck does a creature that moves slower than the GTA 6 development cycle hunt anything? Well, that's simple. It has a grappling hook.
Oh, it's a grab.
That's right. Gary's murderous little cousin here is a roadhog, mate.
Hi there.
And he hunts by slowly but surely stalking up on his prey until he's just within range, and then bang! The cone snail does a quarter circle input, spitting out
You totally don't expect it either because it's going so slow at
a
first.
tooth harpoon at 90 kilometers a hour. This harpoon then nails its prey, allowing them
Jesus.
to reel it in like he's playing Scorpion. And in case that wasn't bad enough, as seems to be a requirement for spawning on Australian servers, it's venomous. That
hell
harpoon
yeah.
also injects its prey with a highly potent neurotoxin.
A neurotoxin.
That instantly paralyzes it. This means it cannot put up a fight, as it is sucked into the snail's ginormous maw like a nightmarish version of Kirby.
Man, the more I watch these videos, the more I feel embarrassing that I didn't think about neurotoxin in the first video, man. Why couldn't I think? Why couldn't I have guessed it? Why couldn't I have guessed the word?
And, just in case you thought for once you might be safe, cone snail venom is potent enough to kill 700 people with one sting. Oh, yeah, and
700
anti-venom.
people with
'Cause it's not
one
enough that it can kill me. No, I have to die knowing there is zero counterplay. Who balanced this
Enough to kill 7. Okay, 100. Oh. Imagine going to Australia, surviving all the snakes, spiders, kangaroos, and even Perry the platypus just to be taken out by a snail. Honestly, at this point, I'm not scared of Australian wildlife anymore. I'm scared of the people that manage to live there.
This adorable little octopus is also the world's deadliest. Introducing the blue-ringed octopus, a species of cephalopod native to Australia, and in a shock to precisely 0 people at this point, it's venomous. Because of course it's venomous. Why wouldn't it be venomous? That'd make my life way too fucking easy. Now, to its credit,
I like its
unlike
blue
most
colour.
of the toxic bullshit in this hellscape I call home, they at least have the common decency to be coloured like a fucking neon sign. However, it immediately loses this credit by being the octopus equivalent of a fucking hobbit, coming in smaller than a 50-cent coin.
Oh yeah, it's
And
really
this
small.
is a problem.
Because you don't
because
see
it is
it.
the most venomous octopus in the world.
Dang.
That's right, this fluoro spaghetti ball is packed to the brim with neurotoxin. More specifically,
Neurotoxin.
tetrodotoxin. You know, the same shit that turns cooking a puff fish into a quick time event. Yeah, these little guys are packing it too. However, because it is Australian, the blue-ringed octopus is on violence timing and is the only animal in the world to use this as an offensive measure by way of a venomous bite. But what does the venom actually do? Well, imagine you're wading through the rock pools with the homies and you accidentally disturb this little gentleman's residence. The blue ring, taking the American approach to home defense, suctions onto your leg and bites you.
And
Best part,
Australia is a
completely
scary
painless.
place.
So if you're distracted by how thick your mate's looking in those Speedos, you aren't going to feel shit. That is, until your face starts tingling like TV static.
Oh, gosh.
It's warm out here under the sun, but you weren't sweating like this 5 minutes ago, and now you got a headache.
Oh, no.
You start to feel sick, weak. You go to call out, but your voice comes out slurred like you just knocked back a bottle of vodka.
2 shots of vodka.
And then suddenly, your legs come out from under you, and you hit the beach. Fun fact about tetrodotoxin. It's a paralytic.
That's not fun.
Up your muscles one by one, starting with your arms and legs, which is why you're kissing the sand. You know what else is a muscle? Your diaphragm, the muscle
Oh,
that
no.
controls your breathing.
Oh no.
And yeah, turns those bad boys off too. And so, your chest stops rising and falling, and you suffocate to death right there on the beach.
This seems like a horrible death.
Now, you may be wondering, how come no one called an ambulance? That's easy. They didn't have time to. You went up to meet your ancestors in under 20 minutes. God ordered your ass with
20
same-day
minutes?
shipping and this little
Oh
delivery.
gosh, yeah, you're done.
Employee
You're
of the
cooked.
month.
The blue ring delivering you to heaven. As an Australian, I find it hilarious how stuff like this prevents people from coming to Australia, even though they are extremely rare to come across. But what if you're in that one case with my luck. Nah, not taking even a single chance. I wish you luck on that server. Even if this guy is rare, everything else is toxic too. So yeah, Australia looks good in a picture. That's enough for me.
This snake can take your arm off.
'Tis but a scratch.
Of course it can.
Your arm's off.
Introducing the fer-de-lance, a species of
Fer-de-lance.
viper native to South America and Mexico, with this particular nope rope having quite possibly one of the nastiest f***ing bites in the world.
Wait, can it rip it off with a bite?
This is a fairly major problem because this little has the temperament of an eshay at a train station, being incredibly aggressive and extremely territorial.
Both of you give me your wallets and your shoes, by the way.
It was an ashay. Oh, Australian urban youth subculture. Okay, I think I know what that is.
Have your heads in right here, right now, bruh.
In fact, this toxic garden hose is such an aggressive little within its range, it makes up an average of 50% of all snake bites. However, despite the huge number of attacks, it's only fatal in 6% of bites.
Oh.
So why is it such a problem? Just because you live the bite doesn't mean you'll want to. You see, when a fer-de-lance bites you, this massive viper sinks its
2.4.
huge inch-long fangs into your skin and injects you with 2 teaspoons of venom. You will at this point notice a little status effect bar appear on the bottom of your screen. Don't worry about that. That's a mystery mouse tool that'll hurt us later. Upon being bitten, your blood pressure immediately crashes lower than the stock market and you start to feel very ill. The bite wound feels like you've been shot in the leg, you start sweating like someone's looking through your browser history, and then you start puking your guts up. Shortly followed by your collapse into the ground in agony. Now, fer-de-lance venom is hemorrhagic, so while you're having a frat boy moment on the ground, the venom is breaking down the walls of your blood vessels, causing massive internal bleeding. At the same time, it's seeping into your bloodstream, causing it to thicken and start throwing clots. But hey, you're in luck. You were with a buddy when you got bitten. They rush you to the hospital, and because it's such a common snake bite, they have the anti-venom on hand and administer it immediately, counteracting the venom's effects. There is just one problem. The mystery mouse tool is still there, because anti-venom is not necromancy. So, all the dead tissue around the bite caused by the blood clots and internal bleeding, yeah, still very dead. In fact, it's so dead that it is rotting on your still alive body in a process called necrosis. I can't show you a photo of necrosis because it's genuinely disgusting, but to put it in a term you can understand, the snake applies scarlet rot. Now, so long as that rot's still attached to you, it's gonna spread. So, there's only one way to stop it. Cut it off.
Wait, it's not Australia this time?
This wasp is basically a xenomorph.
That's a pretty wasp, though. I like the colors that it
Australia
has.
introducing the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography. But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it is, this viper is the largest wasp on the planet.
The largest?
Massive. 2.5 inches.
Wow.
Which, I mean, boys, we all agree, well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably the most effective 2 inches has ever been because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the bullet ant.
Oh my gosh.
Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as blinding, debilitating, and electric. Now, the size and poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests, they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders. Making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for it.
Yeah, I like
they
them though.
don't just execute the spiders. No, that'd be too normal. Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula.
What do you mean they use it to reproduce.
As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him, flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralysing it. The Bug Harbour Butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralysed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae.
And it eats it?
A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh fruit right here underneath them.
Okay.
That food being the still paralysed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chestburster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight.
Is this? I'm traumatized now. Had to fuse 3 names of deadly animals to describe this thing's levels. There's no way this animal exists. It's from Australia. Oh, makes sense. It's all shits and giggles until a human hog wasp is discovered. God, when people in Australia keep complaining about a spider problem, so I'll give them a spider's problem.
Hi! If you like the video, please make sure that you like it and subscribe to my channel and turn on notification bell if you want to see more of it. I also go live on Twitch and on this YouTube channel, so come join us sometimes. Bye!